Be with you for a little bit longer this morning through until 10 a.m. And our festival coverage proudly brought to you by McDonald's. Joining me in the studio, I have our next special guest who's walked through the 2TM studio door. It's a revolving door of talent across the festival. But it's a very good morning to Owen Smith.
Oh, good morning, Sharnae. How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm fantastic, thank you.
Festival's here, day one.
Oh, it's wild. It already feels like I'm several days into it. But anyway, we were at a show together last night, and that was cracker.
I know. The Senior Academy graduation concert at Moonshiners. I mean, you've been through the Academy experience, Owen, and that's where I first sort of become aware of yourself and your music. What was it like sort of standing in the crowd last night and watching the graduates of 2025 take to the stage?
Oh, it was a bit surreal. Like last year, 12 months ago, it was kind of like a blur. We just had 12 days of Academy prep and then we're up on that stage. And so to be sitting in the audience and just being able to just kind of relax and know all of the energy that's going on behind the scenes, but just being able to enjoy the night was quite different. It was good.
The pressure's off.
Yeah. I get to heckle more from the audience.
There wasn't too much heckling last night.
Oh, I wasn't trying hard enough.
But there was a lot of, strong rounds of applause. And it was, it was phenomenal. And each and every year, as you and I were just, talking about off air, the talent we see come through the Academy is absolutely amazing. But obviously, festival now being right here front and centre. I was looking at what you've got coming up, Owen, and I think you're going to be extremely busy.
Yes, like even today, like I've got an interview with you, and then got a band rehearsal, and then I've got a great lineup of gigs tomorrow morning at 9:30. We've got kicking things off with a fan zone stage performance. I've got a band backing me, so Finlay Webb and a few others are going to be backing me there, which should be fantastic. So that'll be a band show. And then I've got the Balladeers Cavalcade on the Sunday at 6 p.m. And then my big show, Australis, we've got a lineup of just fantastic Australian songwriters. That's on Tuesday at the 21st at 12 p.m. at the Press Basement Bar. That one's going to be phenomenal. So if anybody's looking for a really nice, relaxed gig, we're going to be chatting, we're going to be sharing a lot of fantastic original music. Australis at the Press Basement Bar. 12 p.m. Tuesday the 21st. It's going to be great. And
then looking a little further down the track towards the sort of the back end of the festival, looks like you're still busy on Friday the 24th.
Oh yeah, so I've got a bit of a showcase. So I'll be popping into the Balladeers homestead, so you can go and sit and watch a whole bunch of Balladeers come through, and so I'll be there sharing a few songs. And then of course on this Saturday, the 25th, I've also got a set up at the Atrium, so I'll be doing a half-hour showcase there, so that should be fantastic. So that's I think 1:45 Saturday the 25th.
My goodness me, you're going to be busy.
I can barely keep them in my brain, but that's okay. Each morning I put them in my calendar so that I wake up and I'm like, okay, Owen, where are you today? Oh, I'm over here. Okay, excellent.
And also, in amongst all that, taking the time to actually soak up some of the festival as well for yourself.
Yeah. So there's a few blocks that I've kind of scoped out during the week, but yeah, it is pretty busy because I do a lot with the Tamworth Songwriters Association as well, so I'm helping set up one of their stages and I'm supporting. There's some friends of mine are running a disabilities show out at Cootie Bash, and so I'm helping get the sound up for that. And so there's quite a few different things scattered through there. It's kind of funny, like each year living in Tamworth, and then it feels like all of my friends kind of roll into town for like 10 days, and so you're trying to balance doing these great shows but also just being able to catch up with people. So yesterday I just was loitering with intent on Peel Street because there was just so many people out there, and I just bumping into familiar faces and friends, and it's fantastic.
Now, I think last year I did see you busking on Peel Street, so will there be any busking this year?
There might be a little bit.
There might be?
I'm planning to do some nighttime busking. So
right.
If anybody's wandering around, maybe around 7 o'clock tonight on Peel Street, they might see me out.
Keep an ear out for the music.
Yeah.
Now, Owen, I had you in the breakfast studio last year talking about your music. of course, the release of your EP as well, The Snowies.
Yes.
Yeah, how exciting to finally have that out into the world.
It's such relief and excitement and just a kind of a reassurance as well. Like you're writing this music and you think there's something to it, and then you share it with an audience and you start to see them kind of resonating with the stories and picking them up, and you go, wow, okay, so this wasn't just me, it wasn't just in my head, it was actually, these songs have power outside of themselves. And so seeing people pick that up and then really enjoying it and owning some of these songs for themselves, it's just been really exciting.
Now, you've got your guitar with you in the studio. Are you going to treat us to a song off the EP, or what can we look forward to enjoying this morning?
Well, I've got this track hasn't been released to radio yet. It's coming out 31st of March, so you're going to get a sneak. You've already actually probably heard this on my CD.
Really?
So this was the bonus track off the CD. So if you've got a copy of my CD, this was on the CD, but it hasn't been released to air yet. It's called Desert Blooming. And so I had a mate who was out at Broken Hill, and I got news that the rains were sweeping through Central Australia. And on the one hand, the desert had suddenly come to life. But on the other hand, all of the roads were cut. So none of the food trucks, no one could get in. And so it was this weird juxtaposition. And so I penned this song for my mate. It's called Desert Blooming. In the cool of the morning, while the desert is waking, we're running our errands from the face of the sun. Just in a vibro and net in the water. There's nowhere to hide from the scorch of the sun. Desert blooming, life holding on. We're living on a thread in the red center. Years of panting, just holding on. Finally quenched as the rains tumble down. Life blossoms, dust forming mud. It all seems possible as waters rise. Desert blooming, life holding on. We're living on a thread in the red center. Life released, shooting forth. Gates fall as the flood waters rush. Water lines of ages past. Now the road's cut and the pantry's bare. And the nearest towns are a world away. And the children cry out, hungry again. We've been holding on for the sounds of the engines, as angels bring mercy from the skies. Desert blooming, life holding on. We're living on a thread in the red center. Desert blooming, life holding on. Rains bring life and death in the red center.
Amazing performance on 1287 2TM. Owen Smith, my special guest, as part of our festival coverage here on 2TM. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back after this.
Harvey Norman, your destination for outdoor living, with a huge range of outdoor furniture and barbecues. The latest trends in timber, stone, aluminium, rope and wicker. Lounges or dining, find the perfect solution to complete your alfresco area. A versatile collection for the ultimate in choice. Barbecues from all the big brands: Beefeater, Everdure, Gasmake, Massport and Oklahoma Joe's, including smokers for slow cooking, charcoal grills, plus outdoor kitchens and fully customizable solutions. So much more to explore now at Harvey Norman, your destination for outdoor living.
Go! Don't miss country music's Night of Nights this January live in Tamworth, the capital of country music. The Toyota 53rd Golden Guitar Awards Australia, a night of phenomenal entertainment with show-stopping performances from some of Australia's best. Hosted by Max Jackson and James Johnston, Saturday the 25th of January 2025. The Toyota 53rd Golden Guitar Awards. Tickets on sale now at tcmf.com.au/awards. Don't miss country music's Night of Nights this January live in Tamworth, the capital of country music. The Toyota 53rd Golden Guitar Awards Australia, a night of phenomenal entertainment with show-stopping performances from some of Australia's best. Hosted by Max Jackson and James Johnston, Saturday the 25th of January 2025. The Toyota 53rd Golden Guitar Awards. Tickets on sale now at tcmf.com.au/awards.
Some people hear a relaxing campfire, crackling and smouldering. Others hear a reminder to book their Reflections holiday campsite before it's too late. Luckily, Reflections Holiday still has some great availability left for camping, glamping, cabin stays and tiny homes. Just visit reflectionsholidays.com.au. But be quick, before the fire burns out. Life's better outside.
What's so super about Super Steel Tamworth? Our steel products are Northwest New South Wales' trusted and affordable choice. We are your local suppliers of all things steel, with super prices and super service. Supplying quality steel products including RHS, fencing materials, farm gates, hinges and fittings, along with cutting, bundling and prompt delivery. Speak to Super Steel Tamworth today. Our friendly team are here to help with all your steel needs. Find Super Steel on Macintosh Street, just off the Gunnedah Road in Taminda, or call 6765 8800.
Find out where your Macca's comes from the interactive McDonald space on the corner of Fitzroy Street and Cable Avenue. This is Tamworth's best festival coverage, 1287 2TM.
And on the extended breakfast show this Friday morning for day one of the 2025 Tamworth Country Music Festival, Owen Smith is still with me in the studio. And Owen, thank you for treating us to a special rendition of that song off your EP as well.
Oh, no worries. It's a pleasure.
And I'd encourage everyone to grab a copy of it.
Oh, yeah.
The EP. How can we get our hands on it?
Well, two ways. If you're already in Tamworth, come up and catch me at one of my shows. I've got a whole bunch of them for sale this week, which is great, $15. Or you can head on to my website at owensmithguitar.com. They're on sale there. I'll even send you a signed copy if you order. That'll be great. So that's how you can grab it.
Yeah, fantastic. And I love your autograph as well. Has the little guitar you incorporated in. It's a nice little touch.
Yeah. I was like, I needed a new signature because I didn't just want to put my banking signature on everything. So I was like, I did a lot of. I've got a couple of pages where I was just doodling different options, and like eventually I landed on that one because like the guitar kind of incorporates my initials subtly in it as well. So like that took a little bit of brainstorming, but I eventually got something that was like, it doesn't look weird and it looks cool, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy with that one.
And I love it with creative autographs too. That I take my hat off to anyone who can do an autograph such as yours and do it like the same way each and every time. Like it's just it's great.
It's one of those things, we don't teach handwriting very much these days, but I'm glad that the school that I went to in primary school actually did. And it was only 1 year that I did of this, but they were like, no, because I had a teacher tell me early on, like, oh, Owen, your handwriting's so bad, you write small and no one will notice, was the advice that I was given. And then later on, I had this other school that was just like, no, we're going to make you learn handwriting. And now I like, it comes out at weird spots. I'll write somebody a letter and they'll be like, oh, Owen, I saw your handwriting. And you're like, oh, okay. And then the signature thing, it's like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You learn something new every day. Now, I have to ask, looking at 2025, I know our focus is at the moment just solely on festival.
Oh, yeah.
But looking further down the track, what are you getting excited for this year?
Oh, I've got a few big projects in the works. I've got a single that I'm releasing in end of March and that you've just heard. But the big one for me, and I'm slowly putting all the work together to get this across the line, is a song that I'm really excited to release, which is called Upper Class Bogan. It was we recorded it. We wrote it at Academy with Matt Scullion last year, and the reception on it, it's a bit of a comedy song. I'm really excited to get it out. There's been some really good reception. So I'm aiming for kind of around July to get that out. So if everything comes together well, then we'll be seeing, I reckon that's going to be a cracker of a song for the year.
Well, I feel like now that you've said the name of that song, I think I remember hearing you perform that at the Academy graduation concert last year. And I have to say, I've been hanging out for you to record this song, so I'm so glad we're finally going to have it in a recorded form eventually.
It's in the works, yes. Your hunger will be satiated eventually.
Fantastic. Now, Owen, I know it's going to be, as we said earlier, a big festival for you, but again, just really, I guess, encouraging people to grab tickets to that show that's happening at the Press Basement Bar on Tuesday the 21st, and that is Australis.
Australis, yeah, it's going to be a fantastic show. We've still got a few tickets on sale, so make sure to grab them. You can go to my website, owensmithguitar.com, and you can click through the links there to get to the Australis show. We've got Anne Fraser, Amy and Andrew Ryan, Mem Davis and Smokey Pete. It's going to be a fantastic lineup. Well, I was meeting with them yesterday. We've got our whole event planned out. We're going to be sharing stories. There's a bit of poetry going on and just a lot of fantastic original music. So do grab your tickets to that. They're on sale now. And yeah, love to see you there. And of course, once you're there, you can grab a copy of my EP. It'll be fantastic.
Well, Owen, you enjoy your festival for 2025. I'm sure we'll be bumping into each other across the coming 10 days. But
you can't escape my face around town at the moment.
I saw the big banner on what is it near the bridges?
Yeah. I'm priding myself. This is a weird flex, but the second biggest banner in town, beaten only by, of course, Troy Cassar-Daly on the pool.
Yeah. Owen Smith joining me this morning on the Breakfast Show. Thanks, Owen. And, of course, our festival coverage this year is proudly brought to you by McDonald's. Now, that is just about it for me this morning. It's been a pleasure joining you for an extended edition of The Breakfast Show. I'm going to be back with you bright and early tomorrow morning as well. But right across the day, we're going to continue to catch up with all your favourite country music singers, songwriters and performers. They're here in town in Australia's country music capital for the 2025 53rd Tamworth Country Music Festival. Hope to see you out and about somewhere, but stick around. We've got still plenty to come. And after 10 a.m, following the latest news, sport and weather details, I'll be handing things over to John Wolfe.
I was that boy, a little off track, trying to play cool